Good morning. Welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony Show. My name is Anthony.
I'm Carla Marie.
This is the show. That's how that whole thing works. What are you checking out there, Carla
I was
Marie?
seeing if you could see my cool logo.
The Roosevelt Seattle logo?
Yeah.
They did a very good job with the shirts that they brought here for Comic-Con, Emerald City Comic-Con. They did a very, very good job. They have a Kraken one. They had like a floral one that was very clearly Seattle colors, and then this t-shirt as well.
I love this t-shirt though. We're talking about getting this kind.
Oh, the brand that they use?
It's not soft like Bella and Canvas, but it's just like, I know, it's hard to explain.
It's a hardy t-shirt.
Yes.
It's like thick kind of.
But not like you don't want to wear it when it's hot out there.
But we're going to move on from t-shirt talk. We have a lot of bee stuff today. So birthdays, beet juice, butt stuff. We're going to talk about it all. Dirty drive-through. Going to talk about that as well. And the Carnival of Cocktails. This is your first reminder today. We're going to give you 2 or 3 of them. But your first reminder today that Carnival of Cocktails is this Saturday. Like not tomorrow, the day after. Obviously, Seattle Cocktail Week is going on all week long. But Carnival of Cocktails this Saturday. We would love to see you there. And if you want to go, there's only one session this year. It's 12 to 7. That's it. We are going to be at our booth, I guess you can call it, table, booth, whatever it is, from 3 to 5 with DJ Vega, giving out You Look Great stuff, giving out some Seattle Cocktail Club stuff, giving out some other brand stuff. There's a bartender with us as well, and we'll be playing 2-second tunes. So it's going to be a very, very good time.
I don't know who started this, but in the chat, everyone's putting their...
Oh, I started that.
Oh, you started.
Well, it's
ASL?
in the notification. It says, "Oh, hey, let's hang out."
And then you said Hannah.
And then I wrote ASL.
So it's so fun seeing everyone's age, and I love that Amanda said, "Wow, that's the first time I've had to type 35 as my age." I don't think I've had to do 35, and the last piece of paper that I had saying I was a 34-year-old female was my hospital.
Oh yeah, it was right before you turned 35.
I ended up throwing it out because I was like, I have too many of these.
You know what's interesting? I don't think birthdays necessarily change anything about you, right? Like whether you're 29 or 30 or 31, like nothing changes in your day-to-day. The thing that I think throws you off is when you have to fill out some sort of survey and it puts you in an age group.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you were using the 25 to 34-year-old group for the longest time and now you've got to go up one.
9 years. 10 years.
And now you got to go to 35 to 40, whatever, 44, whatever the categories are.
It'll mess you up.
That's when it throws you off. That's when you go, oh, shoot.
Though, Orange Theory did something for everyone that competed in the dry try.
Mm-hmm.
And the age group I was in was 30 to 39. And I was like, whoo, I got time.
That's good. Yeah, you can wait on that one.
I was actually above average for all age groups. I was so excited.
There you go. Also, shout out to Miranda, who resubbed with Prime. Thank you very much. We're at Hype Train Level 3. I think this is where it's going to end because we only got 19 seconds left in Hype Train Level 3.
That's okay.
So, 15 now. Let's see. Heather on Long Island. I had to fill out something where the age group was 45 to 60. I was offended. Such a leap.
Well, Christy said over 60 killed me.
Yeah, it's gonna get you.
Guys, we're all in this together.
Wait. I think we got there. I think we got to Hype Train Level 4, or is it complete now? Let's see. It was very close there. I don't know. I see confetti. Hype Train Level 3 complete, which I think then restarts a 5-minute timer for Level 4. Yes, it does. So we're at Level 4. Thank you to Lisa.
That reminds me, I need to put in an order for some baked goods when I'm in New Jersey for Easter next week.
Lisa, Jen, and Dana got us over the threshold for Hype Train Level 3. So now we're in Level 4. And obviously, once we hit Level 5, it's drink time.
And Vicky brought up now when you have to scroll to find your birth year.
Oh, yeah.
I remember like when I first started applying for internships, I knew I'm 19, 20 at that point. And you're like, boop, right there. Because you have to be, it would like start with whoever was 18, right? It was boom, right there. Now I'm like, oh my God, look at all these years.
Well, you know what's even worse is when we were signing up for things, right? Like right after college, it was almost all websites, right? You weren't on an app signing up. Mm-hmm. But now, because a lot of apps, you only get one choice on the screen. So you just have to scroll through every year, where when you want on a website, You would open it and a drop-down menu would pop down. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I don't.
You don't.
It's the same thing.
No. So think
and
about
you
it like
would
a
see
slot.
it
Think
on
about
the-
it like a slot machine, right? There are now things on apps where you have to scroll and you go through every
But
number on the wheel.
I have to scroll on websites too. Oh, I know what you're saying on the wheel.
No, on the wheel. On a website, it drops down
But
and you can select it.
Yeah, but no, I still have to scroll.
Yeah.
Then select.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Hey, you have to add something on the list.
Too late. Whoa, we just got to Hype Train level 7.
What the hell just happened?
Hold on. Nina gifted out 20 community subs. I don't know if you did that on purpose, Nina, but thank you very much. Ari Saucy gifted 200 bits. Katie resubbed. Thank you very, very much for all of that. Yeah, we got a bunch of subs. Well, Carla Marie, it's drink time.
Choo choo.
Let's go.
Thank you. Okay, so no, you don't have to change the paper, but we do need to discuss. How do I describe this? Our issues with the law.
Our issues with the law.
The two of us. We're like Bonnie and Clyde.
Okay.
Lately.
We could talk about that. I guess I'm a bad influence because I'm the criminal in this partnership.
Facts. Sorry, I'm going to the 21 Seeds website. I just want to make sure. I know she did tell us it's super easy and to put whatever amounts. Also, you know what we did mess up is we have this lime juice, and Kat from 21 Seeds said to use like fresh lime.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try that.
But we didn't know that when we were setting everything up originally.
And I can't wait to go to Carnival of Cocktails. I'm going right to the 21 Seeds booth so I can sample the other two flavors. I cannot wait.
This is interesting. Drown You Out wrote, totally unrelated to anything, but anyone in North Jersey want to sponsor a golf outing for the National Kidney Foundation?
Should I be your face? Is it for kidney stones?
Probably for like bigger issues in the kidneys, but maybe kidney stones is one hole.
Okay.
Maybe the first hole is kidney stones. And then except that would actually get more depressing as you went on.
Yeah.
So I guess you should start with like dialysis on hole 1, and then when you get to like the 18th hole, then you're at kidney stones. Because you don't want to get more depressing as you keep going.
But isn't that how life works?
I mean, yes, it is. There was also, I think, lefty bassist 00 resubbed with Prime, maybe?
Also, your brother Justin, who's in here, he's a lawyer. He's not allowed to leave the show today until we discuss our law issues. We need we need the help of, what does the commercial say? If you need the help of blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, man, what was that commercial we watched that would come up all the time?
And Barnes?
Celino and Barnes. Man, that was a jam. The Celino and Barnes jingle. I can't think about it now.
Just shush. 800-2020. Celino and Barnes.
Injury attorneys. 800 something something.
Get it.
20.
No, then they're gonna charge us on YouTube for using their stupid song.
I do want to ask, Drown You Out, message us on...
Oh.
What? Did you mess it up? Are you going to speak?
Just give me a second. We're going to make a little bit extra cocktail today.
Okay. Where was it? Drown You Out. Message us on... send us an email, I should say. hello@carlamarieanthony.com and give us some of the info for your,
it's gonna be
golf
extra,
course.
Sorry, it'll be extra limey today.
That's fine. It'll wake us up. Wait, there's no more Celino and Barnes? Like, they don't run ads, or it's not a company anymore?
I mean, they had to retire at some point.
They probably had a falling out. I feel like Barnes didn't want to be there to begin with. Was sick of playing the number 2, you know? I know. I get how it feels. This isn't going to last very long.
Oh, wait, he died?
Oh, did he die?
800-888-8888. No. How do you say that?
I thought there was a 2020. Whatever. Miranda said, here it's Morgan and Morgan. So where are you, Miranda? For some reason, I want to say Connecticut, but I'm not 100% sure.
I swear, no, there was definitely a 2020 in there. 800,
That's what I thought.
20. Can you? All right.
Oh, look, this works again.
Can you? You got to look it up. This is going to be a cocktail. Let me tell you. Only Celino? So he just, what is his song? Guys,
Is Barnes dead?
It's not funny.
Barnes died in 2020.
Oh, COVID?
Huh. Well, Lenny said falling out of a plane. Which that's a terrible way to go.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Is that real?
Who knows? Fred said in Ohio they have Tim Misny. And the line is, I'll make them pay. There was one. Oh, Miranda's in Florida. There was one. I think it's Texas. There's the Texas Sledgehammer. Bless you. Wow, yeah. Barnes died in a plane crash. Huh. That's crazy.
Wait, how come I didn't see that headline? I guess there were other ones in 2020.
Well, yeah, I think there was. I mean, you got to remember, 2020 started with the fires in Australia. Then Kobe died. Then there was COVID. Then there was George. Like early 2020, the first Q1 of 2020, not a great time for humanity.
No.
Just real bad.
In Florida, we have, who's that? Joe Dat.
Is it really? That's amazing.
That's what OT Sally said. All right, let's try this concoction that Carla Marie made.
Yeah, so what are we drinking? This is not endorsed by 21 Seeds, by the way.
Okay, so 21 Seeds, we use the cucumber jalapeno tequila. I six-timed the lime juice instead of 2-timing it.
Oh, wow. So we each have 3 times
but
the
then
amount
I
of
just
lime
put some
lime
more
juice.
of everything else.
All right, well.
But I couldn't math for everything else.
This will be interesting. Cheers to you, Carla Marie. Cheers to everyone who supported the stream. Oh, this is actually good.
Yeah, because I did.
It is a little limey, but it's good. Thank you very much, Carla Marie. And thank you to Nina, who gifted 20 subs, possibly
seriously.
by accident. I still am not sure if you did that on purpose or not.
She hasn't come back to tell us.
Yeah.
But hey, the extra lime, the extra citrus will help break up my Kenny.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Nina said not by accident. Well, thank you very, very much. Now, on to the actual show. And we go from lime juice to beet juice. So this is something I've now done for 5 days straight. I don't know if anyone in the chat or anyone watching on YouTube later has had beet powder.
All right, where did this come from? Not physically the beet powder. Where did this idea come from?
So a lot of people I've been hearing a lot of people in the fitness community talk about beet extract or beet powders, beetroot powder is what it's called.
Anthony is officially Dwight Schrute.
And yeah, I watch The Office now, so I hear about
Tacoma Swifty said we're Dwight and Angela. She does have cats.
So I decided, you know what? I was at Vitamin Shop over here, which is known as Super Supplement in the Pacific Northwest, and I saw it there as I was buying some pre-workout. And a lot of people use this instead of pre-workout because it has no caffeine. It doesn't give you like any jitters, but it helps blood flow.
Okay.
And it helps you have that boost.
So you've replaced that with like your cotton candy blaster.
Not yet.
Oh.
Not yet. But I think I'm going to wean myself off of pre-workouts if this continues doing what it does.
So personally, I like beets in a salad.
I hate beets.
But I drank this the other day, and it truly does taste like you were drinking dirt.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not great. There are some brands that have flavored beetroot powder, but I thought to myself, if I'm trying to be a little more organic, I guess, then I'll just go with the beet juice. I'll make it in the smallest amount of water they suggest, which is 8 ounces.
No, you should go more to water it down.
No, but then I have to drink it longer.
Fair. So there are a lot of people saying the same thing that I said to you.
Which is?
Is your poop red?
No, my poop's been fine. It's just been poop.
I wonder if it's different because it's liquid.
I don't know.
Because when I have had beets before, it's always like I'm dying. Oh, never mind.
No. I think it could actually, I was about to say, in fact, impact your urine as well, which it has not. So far I've been good, but maybe it's because I haven't had that much of it. Like I'm doing 8 ounces in this drink, and that's it every day. So we'll see what happens. Vicky, you are correct. Anthony is not normal. I'm going to put that one on the screen. And this has nothing to do with the later conversation of butt stuff.
No.
But I am going to drink this. And I mean, it's very dark.
Wait, you're going to drink it right now?
I'm going to drink it right now. And what I did was I searched for a bunch of different podcasts that talk about beet juice, and all of them said pretty positive things about it. The only thing that worries me, not even the red poop, is one of the podcasts said that if you drink too much of it, it can give you cold sores.
They said, I was listening. It said if you're normally prone to them.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like sometimes when I get sick, I'll get them.
You're not prone to cold sores.
But I don't want to drink something that's going to give me cold sores.
Have you ever had to use a Breva?
No. That's what a Breva's for? Oh, yeah. It is.
Number one stolen item from drug fair. It was like $20 for like this little nugget. People used to steal it all the time. Oh my God, Fred, I love that. How long before Dr. Dre invests in beet juice and gives us Beats by Dre?
It might be better than this. I'm struggling today.
Also, you're using warm sink water.
Cold sink water. It's up, so it's cold. What? If it was down, it would be hot. If it was in the middle, it'd be warm. So I'm not using warm sink water.
Okay.
I let it go for like a second.
Or you could just use the Brita that has cold water.
No. If I used the Brita, it would have to be filled up 3 times a day. That's my problem with the Brita. I would rather save myself the time of filling that thing up, taking it out of the fridge, filling it, then waiting till it goes through the filter, then filling it again, then letting it filter, then filling it again, and then putting it back in the fridge. That's too many steps. Just let me open the sink, let me drink some water, and we're good to go. That's it.
Okay.
If I was in Philly, maybe I'd be questioning that a little bit today.
Yeah. Big Brita does not fit in. No, we do have the Big Brita. We have the biggest one you can get.
It's skinny.
Yeah, but it's the biggest one. Oh, no, there's a wider one.
Yeah. Let's see. 83 Marie Smith says, isn't a Breva for canker sores and herpes, which would also be cold sores, right?
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, news to me if not. Nina, why not have a fridge with a water dispenser? Really great question as to why they built a brand new home in 2019. Set up the water line.
Yeah.
And then got a fridge that doesn't have that.
You can always get a new fridge.
I could, but why? I had a brand new
It is a brand. It's like a waste. Oh, canker sores are in the mouth, not the lips. Interesting. So are cold sores on the lips and canker sores are in your mouth?
Yeah, canker sores, I get them. Not as much anymore. I used to get them really bad when I was like a kid for some reason. Probably stress induced, honestly. I was the most stressed out kid there ever was. What is the one?
Cheers. Done with my beet juice.
We have nowhere to put a water cooler filter under the sink we could do, but I just still won't drink out of it.
Well, what is your problem with sink water?
It smells different. Does. I don't care what you say.
All right, but the beet juice is done. Has anyone else in the chat had beet juice is my question. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to drop into the comments.
Thank you, Nina. Sink water's terrible.
Why?
Because it smells like whatever gunk is in your faucet.
Well, why do you have gunk in your faucet? Clean your faucet.
No, in the pipes. There's minerals.
I don't know.
PFAS. And Britta only takes out some of them.
It's Amanda Moe said, not beet juice, but I love cooked beets. Not the same. Although I don't like cooked beets either.
What is happening today?
I
took my allergy medicine.
Well,
yesterday I didn't. I was fine.
But it's the springtime. There's more allergens in the air. So.
Have you ever seen The Producers?
No.
I saw it on Broadway.
It's a Broadway show, right?
Yeah, I saw it on Broadway in high school, and every time I hear springtime, I think of the song Springtime for Hitler.
That's not.
It's so bizarre.
The springtime
Such
that I'm
a good
talking
play,
about.
though.
Wait, how is Hitler involved in The Producers? I know nothing
I don't remember.
about.
I just remember loving it.
I know nothing about that play, and I think did it become a movie at some point?
Shout out to Claire who got me tissues for my birthday.
Carla Marie's gone through almost all of them.
What is The Producers about?
What?
When I saw it on Broadway, Matthew Broderick
Yeah.
was still in it. The Producers is a musical comedy with music and lyrics by Mel Brooks and a book by Brooks and Thomas Meehan. It's adapted from blah, blah, blah. The story concerns 2 theatrical producers who scheme to get rich by fraudulently overselling interest in a Broadway flop.
Well, all right. Moving on, though, from beet juice to butt stuff. Carla Marie, take it away.
Oh, boy. We're going right into this,
Yeah.
huh?
Well, we eased into it with beet juice.
Fair. Okay, so I won't get too TMI in this. I won't get too TTMI. But I'll start off with saying I've never been constipated in my entire life. Unless I was a child, then I just, whatever. I'll say 13 and up. Probably never missed a day.
Okay.
Until this week.
Okay.
I went 3 days. And not only did I was like, this isn't normal, I was in pain. Like, I literally felt like I was full of it.
Everyone's felt like that for a long time, Carla.
And I was like in bed. I had a headache. I was like, I don't know what to do. And I didn't want to take a laxative because we had things to do. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, what is going on? It can't be because I'm not eating meat, because I'm eating more vegetables, and that's what's supposed to make you go. Like, I couldn't function. I couldn't focus. It was just bizarre.
Okay.
So then Tuesday night, it's ready. And I'm like, finally. Except it's like stuck. And when I tell you, I Googled all the things you could Google while sitting on the toilet. Let me just tell you that this event, from when I felt I was ready to when it was no longer, was 2.5 hours long. I did nothing else in between. I tried using a version of a squatty potty like Jen recommended, which was I was just putting my feet on a box.
Okay.
All of it. It got to the point where I was like, I thought I was going to throw up. And I said to Anthony, I was like, Anthony, I need you to go to the Rite Aid downtown for me. And I need you to get me a suppository.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, just send me a picture of what it is. So mind you, now you know this. He doesn't really talk about poop ever.
No.
I think in those 3 days of me being like, I'm constipated, we talked more about poop than we have since knowing each other.
Which wasn't a lot, other than you telling me that, A, that was the problem one time, and then I had to go.
One time.
I only heard it once.
So I send him downtown. He comes back in like 30, 40 minutes because that's how long it takes to get down there.
It took a while, and there was a line.
A line?
Yeah, there were a lot of people because
it's the only place open.
Exactly.
It's 11:30. Comes back. And I had like memories of my mom giving like a suppository to me as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what? I got to do this to myself? So I had if you don't know what suppository is, it's basically like a hardened version of Vaseline. Like a little,
it's like wax, right?
Like a little bullet.
Yeah.
And you put it inside and you got to wait. So now I'm laying on the bathroom floor waiting.
I don't really understand how it works.
So it melts and it apparently puts liquid into your intestines and kind of flushes things out.
So you're like butt chugging. Kind of.
Yeah, Vicky, a new relationship level unlocked. Coins drop. Yes. And then I was able to go. And it was great. That is the shortened version. If I gave you the full detailed version, you'd be like, it is way too early for this.
Here's the thing. A couple people have said that I have evolved. Right? I think it was Wendy in Virginia. Let me put this on the screen for a second. And where'd it go? Now, here's the thing. I have not evolved. I will be the first one to tell you I have not evolved. But my whole point, because a lot of people would give me crap, no pun intended, for the fact that I said I don't want to hear about girls pooping.
You would say girls don't poop.
And I would say girls don't poop. But I would also then follow
up
with
for a long time this week.
I would also follow up with, I know it happens. I just don't need to know about it. And
yeah, but you needed to in this because it was a medical emergency.
For me, hold on. The difference for me was if it is a medical emergency, yeah, totally different. But I don't need to hear a woman or a man get up and be like, oh, I'm going to go drop a deuce in the bathroom, bro.
I agree with that.
Get out of here with that nonsense.
I agree with that.
That's the difference. I don't think it should be like casual conversation. I don't think you should be leaving the door open while you poop.
No, it's weird.
None of that stuff. But if there's a medical reason to talk about it, yes, that's totally normal. I understand that. If you're like, oh my God, the side effects of this medication are making me go a lot, I'm really sorry. We're going to have to if we're on a road trip or something. I don't know. There are reasons that makes sense to tell me about it.
On a road trip, it's the side effects of the medication.
I don't know.
It's just absurd.
Yeah.
On a road trip, I think it's important whether it's a 1 or a 2 because that involves I got to hurry up. Verse, if you're the driver.
No, you just have to say, your next stop, I have no choice. You have no choice. We've got to pull over. That's what you say. And I would understand at that point that it's an emergency. I don't need to know which hole it's coming out of.
My nose ring.
Did it just come out? Did your nose ring come out?
Yeah, I had to put it back in. I couldn't speak.
Why not? Was it in your mouth?
No, I had to be over here. I don't want people seeing. You want to see me do it?
Letty said there's a book called Everyone Poops, and I know they do. We just don't all need to talk about it.
I sent my family, the girls, like a whole rundown of everything that happened.
God bless them.
And my friend Colleen and Hannah, actually, my friend Hannah.
Okay.
And Colleen was like, I want a video of you reading this text to Anthony. And I was like,
it doesn't have to happen. It just doesn't have to happen.
Yeah.
And I hate when people are like, well, you're not in a real relationship until you're talking about pooping and you're farting in front of each other. That's not the type of relationship I want to be in. As a matter of fact, I think showing respect to someone is getting out of the room when you fart. If you know it's coming, go take a lap. Get out of here. Pause the movie, go upstairs, say you have to get a book. I don't know. Do something.
Now I know when you're getting a book. Okay.
It just doesn't have to happen all the time. And listen, but even with my best friend, so Jen said that's a best friend convo for sure.
Like me saying what I said.
Yes. But even with my friends, if we're all out and one of them says, oh, I got to go take a shit. It's like, I just go to the bathroom. You didn't need to announce that. You know who used to be the queen of that?
Sam.
No. Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
When we'd be in the studio and we'd have a long break, she'd be like, oh, man, I just had my cup of coffee and I got to go take a shit.
Or, Greg T would be like, I had to go take a dump.
Greg T, I feel like, because he was such a wild person, it didn't even, like, I've seen his butt and his wiener so many times that it didn't even impact me when he would say, I've got to go take a dump.
Or he would be like, I'm going to be in my office.
Yeah. And that's, if you have a code word for it, by all means, use that.
We need a code word.
No, we don't. Just make up a different thing every time. I'm going to go to the aquarium.
No, T would say shushy.
Why are you holding me?
No, because I just remembered.
Oh. I thought I was supposed to have some crazy reaction.
Remember he would say, I got to go make a shushy.
I don't remember that at all. Maybe he said that to the women of the office?
No, that didn't matter.
Fred the mailman, I got to go take the Browns to the Super Bowl.
So it was something. It was painful. When I tell you, I was like, I want to go back. I would rather have diarrhea every day than deal with that. And I say that as someone who lived 20-something years of my life, basically being like that, not eating things I was allergic to and just thinking, like, my normal bathroom habits were going 8 times a day.
That's a lot.
With no issues.
That's a lot.
Just coming out. And then to go to this, I'm like, what? So, yeah. I'll be, if this happens again, I'm going to the doctor.
But they're just going to do the same thing you did, right?
They're
going to butt chug wax?
So I saw some people saying to get some stuff my mom recommended to help soften things, but one of the side effects to SIBO is constipation.
Okay.
I think it was also because I was super hungover the other day and I was taking like Pepto and different things like that, and I think it like clogged it up. So hopefully moving forward, I'll be fine. But I did finally get in yesterday my antibiotic for my SIBO. So hopefully this is gonna tackle it, like really get it, like kill it, not just like subdue it. But there's gonna be side effects to this antibiotic, so stand by.
I feel like, you know the song "Your Body Is a Wonderland" by John Mayer. I feel like there should be a remix called "Your Body Is a Wasteland" for Carla Marie. I feel like nothing works properly. You got all these allergies. You got SIBO. You got your butt chugging wax.
Okay, everyone has allergies. You're allergic to peaches. Remember? Came up on your chart. It was the only thing peaches.
It was like
asparagus.
No, you made those up.
Yeah, I have a photo of it. Your chart when you went to Dr. A was peaches and asparagus.
But I wasn't actually allergic to anything.
They were high on your intolerance list.
They were the highest, but they were not high. They were a 3, which is right in the middle. And those were the highest things I had on my list. I just feel like you got a lot of things going on all the time. You got back problems.
And it's because, and parents, this is what happens when you smoke when you're pregnant.
Yep. That's the Mama Marie problem. She smoked with you
Yeah.
or all of the kids?
Everyone except my sister T, who is the only one who smokes.
I wonder if there's some sort of weird correlation.
I don't know, but I'll tell you what. Both of my parents also have insane medical issues. Then they came together and gave them all of them to all of us.
Does your sister Ashley have all the same problems?
She does, but like she's never really checked them out. Okay, so she doesn't. She's never been told she's allergic to pineapple, but if she has pineapple, she's like down, like sick, throwing up, rash, whatever. Her
Okay, so
stomach-
she's allergic
we know
to
she's allergic to
pineapples.
pineapple.
Yeah.
Pineapple's also pretty high on my chart that I got. But she also, they think she has low iron, like all these different things that she's like never checked, but that's the same for both of us. My dad eats a piece of cheese and he's in the toilet immediately, and I'm like, sir, you are. He's like, nah, that's just how I've been my whole life. I'm like, yeah,
Allergic your whole life.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, come on, dude.
Yeah, I guess my family, I don't think, in my immediate family at least, I don't think we have any crazy allergies or anything like that.
Weren't you allergic to something when you were little and they just kept giving it to you?
Olives, surprisingly. And it turns out, so I thought the story I heard growing up was that they knew that I would get a rash when I had olives, but there were just olives everywhere and I kept eating them and it didn't matter. That's not the case. Turns out they did try to limit the amount of times I was near olives even because they knew I would get a rash. But my grandfather just didn't care and would sneak me olives.
That's be my
And
dad.
I guess my mom found out one day that he was sneaking me olives and was like, oh, wait, he doesn't have a rash anymore. So just like, it was something that was only when I was a baby.
Well, that's what they have parents do with peanuts. And I literally ate peanuts my whole life. And then they showed up on my chart. And then when I took out peanuts, like, let's think about, you talk about all the issues I had with my body.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the time when I truly could not walk because of my back pain. Like, I remember all the things I could not do.
Yeah.
I couldn't move. Every part of my body hurt. And my lower back pain was to a point where I was like, I can't live like this anymore. This is it. Something has to change. And between going to the chiropractor, which I started at the same time I went to Dr. A and got my intolerance test and started removing the things that were higher on my intolerant and allergy chart, it completely transformed my body. And I'm talking like inside out. I'm not saying like I got abs or anything. I lost weight at first, but not having back, like I thought I was going to be like in a wheelchair. Truly. I'm not even like being funny. I thought it was going to get to a point where I couldn't walk anymore.
Yeah.
The two of them, their like plans, and they didn't even work together on this. I know a lot of doctors will do that. Completely changed my life.
Well, it's mainly you just found out that a lot of it was inflammation.
Yeah.
It was just terrible inflammation.
Yeah. And I do have like bone things and joint things and whatever that my chiropractor works on once a month now.
You know what you should try?
What?
Beet juice. Reduces inflammation.
Yeah.
Helps blood flow, reduces inflammation, helps with heart disease.
Okay.
All these are things that you should probably research on your own.
So physical activity and diet and what you're putting in your body are the first things to look at. Are you drinking enough water? All of that. Like, it's insane when not drinking enough water could do to all the other parts of your body.
Yeah.
It's like trying to drive a car with no gas.
Yep. It's very, very
Food.
true. I mean, hydration. No, anytime you go to a real doctor that's not just going to prescribe you a pill and send you on your way.
Right.
Anytime you go to a doctor that actually wants to find a holistic approach to what your problems are, they're going to ask you about your sleep and your water.
Yeah.
And like those two things are literally life-changing. I know we use the word literally kind of flippantly now, but it is literally life-changing. Moving on, though, from health and butt stuff to dirty drive-thrus. So
I don't know what this is about.
this isn't actually about the drive-thru, but there was a video that's been shared a lot recently about a drive-thru employee shaming people with dirty cars that come through. And I thought to myself, there have to be people, because I think I'm this person, that when you're waiting in line at a drive-thru, you organize at least the front of your
You have
car a
nothing
little
else
bit.
to do.
Well, it's not even that. It's just you know that someone's going to be staring into your car.
No, I don't.
And I don't think you'd be this person
No.
at all, because you love leaving garbage in the car. But I think there are people who do care. And my question to the chat and to YouTube later, obviously you can jump in the comments. Have you found yourself being that person?
When were you in a drive-thru recently?
It's been almost a month.
So there was like a video of someone shaming people?
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's amazing. I mean, how many pranks do people pull on drive-thru employees? It's time for them to get their revenge on their clientele. Do you remember that one prank? Was it the ice cream?
You're just grabbing.
What was that thing? What was that stupid thing called?
Where you would grab the ice cream?
Yeah. You'd order just one ice cream cone if it was working from McDonald's, and then you just grab it from the top.
I don't know.
Oh my God, what was that called? Let's see. Kelsey Graham said, "Oh, I definitely clean it all the time, especially now with a kid. I even do Richie's on the weekends. I don't know what that means.
Her husband. It's not a place.
Oh, Richie's. Oh, I was like, what? Cannot stand having stuff in it.
It's funny that you say that though, because every car that I've been into with someone who has a child is a disaster.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not shaming. I am not shaming at all. Like, let's get that out of the way. But when I tell you, like, you can't even see the floor because there's toys and snacks and everything. And I'm telling you, I've never been into a car where there's a car seat and it's clean ever in my life.
Well, yeah, and I don't think they're supposed to be.
No.
It's just, it is what it is. That's life with a kid.
I'm not saying people don't have that. I'm saying personally,
Mhm.
I have never been.
Life is a hike that I just realized I haven't been in a drive-thru in years.
You're probably healthier for it.
So we saw, speaking of drive-thrus, we saw Realtor Jen at the movie premiere.
Yep.
Or the movie screening that we held on Tuesday. And she said that she was actually by the Taco Bell that is pretty close to where we live. And she said she overheard them, this is last week, saying how the last month they've been down like $10,000 or something. And she was wondering if I had been there in the last month, which I haven't. So there's a good chance that this place is going to go under because I haven't been there in about a month. I think I was keeping them alive.
You were.
It was like 3
look what
times a
happened
week.
when you stopped going to KFC. They just bulldozed the building.
It's gone. I'm the only person in Seattle keeping these businesses alive.
It's true.
And this is why you have to shop small, guys. If you don't go to your local McDonald's, Wendy's, KFC, or Taco Bell, they're going to close.
You're done. Speaking of things in the car, Anthony told me yesterday that if this relationship fails, it will be because he could no longer be in a relationship with his dad.
Yes, 100%. That's not even, it sounds like a joke. It's not really a joke.
Okay.
Because I see, so one of the biggest problems my parents have on a daily basis is that my dad is a mess. My dad does not clean up after himself.
Just keep going.
Anywhere.
Keep going. Come on.
But I know that it drives my mom crazy. And I look at my mom sometimes, especially now in this relationship, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I can live that way.
Do you know what I
with
think
Carla Marie
would also drive your mom crazy?
What?
Is if your dad came home from the gym
Yes.
after sweating
Yeah.
and sitting on gym equipment and sat on the couch
I don't think so.
every day.
I don't think she'd care.
After she said, please, this is the only thing that drives me nuts that you do. Please don't do this anymore. I am begging you. And then you continue to do it.
Yeah, I don't think she'd care.
I think she would.
You're more than welcome to leave the relationship too.
I will clean up my 6 wrappers, my Seattle gummy wrappers in the car, if you
We'll see.
do not sit on the couch. Because I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be funny, it smells.
Okay. Well, here's...
And we've discussed this for 2 years now. And no one agrees with you.
Jolly
Not
Russian-
one person.
Jolly
No,
Russian
no.
Buddha said, I think my mom would be overjoyed that my dad worked out.
Yes, but I'm saying not one person agrees that it is normal that you come home. Thank you, Martha. No one wants swamp ass on the couch where I'm then gonna lay on. I don't even like when people put a bag on a couch. I hate that. That bag was on a restaurant floor.
I don't really do that, do I?
No, I'm just saying people
Oh.
do it. You put your backpack on some chairs.
Yeah, but the cats also lay on chairs.
They don't even go outside.
They go from their litter box to the chair.
Oh my God,
Litter
cats are
box to the
cleaner-
couch?
and they're cleaner than you.
Let's
So
see.
you're never doing it again.
I don't know about
Get
that.
a towel. I'm gonna get a swamp ass towel.
That's fine. That is totally fine. I'm trying. The chat is going
I know, I was
so
like,
fast right now. I'm trying to read it. Okay. I used to have this argument with an ex. I'm a post-gym / bed couch sitter. Thank you, Eats and
Absolutely
Tweets.
not. But like,
And
I'll
normally-
shower with it within an hour max of
So-
working out.
The winter is actually a better time for my gym to couch routine because I usually have a hoodie on and pants when I get to the gym, take them off, Then when I leave, I put them back on, and that's what I'm sitting on the couch with. So there is a layer of fabric.
But you'll go like 8 hours without showering after working out.
Yeah. It is what it is.
It's not healthy. That causes diseases.
Yeah, I don't love it, honestly.
So just shower immediately.
I like eating when I first come back, and that throws everything off.
Because then you eat and watch a 2-hour documentary.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. We're going to go to couples therapy, and this is it.
Yeah.
Ooh, Sonali, please tell me, have you tried the pot lid and hot water laundry detergent? No, I have no idea what you're talking about. I need it, but though Joybird, where our couch is from, has like strict rules
About what?
on how to clean the couch.
Okay.
But
Danny B714, my husband is a mountain bike rider. He brings a towel to his seat in the truck or a change of shorts. So I will sometimes, for the record, like I said, I'll either change and put on like a crappy pair of shorts, or I'll have a pair of joggers over my gym shorts. So there is a little bit. Now in the summer, totally different, because the summer I'm usually walking to the gym and walking back and then sitting down.
okay.
So
But we're not going to do this anymore.
we'll see.
I'm going to shame you on social media,
Yeah,
and you're going to get mad
it's
at me.
happened. I've been shamed on social media.
I know, but I've expressed the fact that, like, I bought that couch. I was so happy. It was the one thing I really wanted to buy for my new house was a pink couch.
Yeah.
It was very freaking expensive. And then you do that.
Yeah, you probably just shouldn't have invited me to live here. So here's what we'll do. There's a low-cost apartment that's only a couple blocks away from here. I'll just live there,
Max stays here.
and then I'll come here, and then that's fine.
But then you can't sit on the couch when you come by.
You know what's funny is we had we did this topic a long time ago on the show before this relationship was ever a thing, and it was there was a name for it. It was married couples that live in the same town in different homes. Like there's no problem in the relationship. Commuter relationship, is that what it was called?
I think so.
Something along those lines. And I remember thinking in that moment, I was like, this sounds like a really great deal.
But, like, here's where
And
I'm
this is
talking
before
about.
I lived with anyone.
This is what it's like being in a relationship with Anthony, because he's such a hypocrite that he
Yes.
was sitting here and Audi Swan, thank you for saying this. He's like, you leave rappers in the car, I'm done. And
Yeah.
and you're very much take it or leave it instead of compromise. He once told me he doesn't believe in compromise.
Yeah, not really, no.
But you've changed that. You have definitely changed that. Clearly. You live here. You didn't believe in living together before you were married.
Yeah.
Here you are.
Yeah,
And you're going to make an excuse. We had to do it, blah, blah. You still did it. If you truly, it was like a gut belief, this was what you believed in, you wouldn't have done it.
It's not something that I was thrilled with at the time.
Yeah.
And it was definitely necessary because of our circumstances. We both got laid off, and it was either I moved back to Jersey right away because there was no point in spending almost $2,000 a month on rent to live in a city that I didn't necessarily need to work in anymore. So this made sense. What are you putting on the list?
The list.
Okay, so Anthony doesn't want to talk about poop, but he's totally okay with sweaty, stinky ass on couches. Where's the logic? It's easy. Number one, it's not like I'm not gross when I come back from the gym.
Okay, every day you sit on the couch
Yes.
without showering or changing after the gym.
Yeah.
I am going to tell you how my poop was that day. And detailed. I'm
All
going
right.
to show you a picture of it.
Just gonna say the show's probably not gonna last much longer. So
No, you're not going to sit on the couch much longer.
we'll see. Moving on from the dumb bickering to there was something you wanted to add.
With the law.
Oh, Bonnie and Clyde.
We'll start with yours because it's predictable.
Okay.
So Anthony got a parking ticket when
Yes.
he went. First of all, got a parking ticket. It was on the car. He didn't see it.
I did not at all.
I went to go get in the car the next morning, and I was like, "Why is there a parking ticket?" And I looked, and it was from Greenwood, the area of Greenwood where he was boxing. And I came home and I said, "Anthony, you got a parking ticket at boxing." And he looked at it and said, "This isn't real."
I didn't think it was. It looked like it looked like the apartment complex wrote the ticket.
And I was like, "Anthony, it's real." He's like, "I'm gonna talk to Levy at boxing, ask him if it's a real ticket."
Yeah, I never did that.
Yesterday in the mail from the City of Seattle Municipal Court, he got a $69 fine
So it went up like I think $30.
and then said, "This isn't real." And I said, "What?" And he goes, "It's not from Seattle." And I said, "It says Seattle Municipal Court."
So it turns out it was from Seattle.gov. So I paid it. It's done.
Paid it.
Done.
I get the alert that it's paid yesterday to my email. I'm like, what's going on here? He goes, I put your email address so you have documentation that
Yeah,
I
well, because the car's under your name. So if there was a hiccup in their documentation, you have the proof. I don't need the proof. They're not coming after me. I could have not paid it and you would have gotten arrested.
I know. So yesterday, and also in the mail, there's another thing. I'm like, what is this from the city of Seattle? Apparently, I was making a right turn on red, and I didn't actually stop at the light. I just turned. I did the Jersey roll through the red light, and they got the little photos of it. And I'm pissed because you know what? You know how many times I stop at that red light?
You should have kept stopping. You shouldn't have stopped stopping.
And the reason why we need your brother is you said that he does this.
So for a while, my brother used to work.
Thank you, W Plants. Nobody stops.
I think people stop. But anyway, for a while, my brother worked for the city of Hoboken. And one of his responsibilities was actually going through a lot of the, what's the word for it? If he's in here, he can explain it better than I can, obviously.
The light tickets.
His main responsibility, apparently. But it was when people would mail in their objections to the tickets and the fines and stuff. I'm sure he'll explain it much better.
This ticket is $139.
Plea by mail is what he would have to go through.
Well, Justin, you got to tell me what to say.
He should word it for you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, actually just write it out entirely, and you just copy and paste it.
Can you represent me? I'm not paying it, so I'm not paying it in the way that Anthony doesn't pay tickets. I will send you the ticket.
So Mellow FM said, where is this message? Let me put it on the screen for a second.
Mellow FM said if they had those ticket cameras here in Indiana, they'd make so much money. Nobody stops at red lights. I stop at red lights. But if there's a turn on red, it's a stop sign. And you don't have to stop at stop sign. I'm kidding.
But listen to this, though. I actually, not that I'm down for people just running red lights blatantly, because that's actually very dangerous. But if you're in rural Indiana, even rural Washington, and it's just not that densely populated, North Dakota, South Dakota, any of the states that aren't densely populated, basically all of them except for California and New Jersey, if you're at a light and there's no one around, you should be able to go. Everything should be a stop sign.
It should be flashing.
Yeah. Because I can guarantee you, people have been stopped at traffic lights in South Dakota, and there has not been one car that's gone in the other direction. Wyoming, least populated state in America.
Isn't it in Lebanon? They don't stop at lights.
Yeah, but Lebanon's super densely populated, and they still don't stop at lights, and you just honk everywhere you go.
They should do it. Well, I guess I've been in New York when this has happened, but no street light day in New York City.
No one would get anywhere.
But I've been there where lights just go out, and it's pandemonium.
Yeah, it's because no one actually decides to use any courtesy at all when that happens. So no one once a lane of cars starts going, no one wants to be the one that stops. As opposed to saying, oh, this is a four-way stop. Yeah. We should just rotate through. It just doesn't happen that way.
I do see a few people talking about roundabouts. Angela mentioning that they're becoming a big thing on the east side of Washington. The amount of I've been through more roundabouts in this state than I have the rest of my life driving in New Jersey. I don't know. We have think about it. And it's not necessarily a full roundabout.
Yeah.
But at every intersection of every side street in Seattle, there is a tree in the middle of the road.
Most of them, yeah.
So if you're driving down the street, right, there's just a tree, and you need to go left. You don't turn left. You have to go around the tree. And my parents were like, this is so stupid.
It's pretty smart, though.
So you slow down.
Yeah.
You're on side streets where there's kids in a city. So you have to slow down. At least there's a nice tree, not an ugly-ass yellow speed bump.
Scotty, you there?
Oh. Yes, I'm here. How are you guys?
Hello, Scotty.
Are you in this room? It sounds so great.
It does. So you obviously hit us up at, what's our number, Carla Marie? 201-305-0894. What do you have on your mind?
Okay, so Carla Marie.
Yes.
There is something. Go onto the City of Seattle's website. Okay. They're horrible. I believe it's called the Declaration of Non-Responsibility. And it's just a form you print out because they cannot prove that you are the actual individual creating the infraction.
Oh, I'm going to tell them.
And there's absolutely no way that they can prove that was you. You could have lent your car to Anthony. Anthony could have done it. So they can't fine you. So those fines are based off of driver's license. They can't base it off of an actual vehicle.
Your license plate.
So
I got it.
Yes.
Okay.
So just print out that form. And I had a $375 I was going 31 in a 25-mile-per-hour school zone.
Hold on, you were allegedly you were going 35.
Allegedly,
Allegedly.
and it was $325, and I had just lost my job, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I was in Young's diner, and I was crying. I was like, "I can't afford this." And this guy overheard me, and he goes, "Here, this," and he also bought me my lunch, my breakfast. I was like, "That was the best day of my life." So anyway, that is the form.
Huh.
That is the form, and
Can you
definitely
message me
do
that?
it because.
I didn't write it down what you said.
Yeah, I'll text it to you.
Yeah.
I'll even try to find the form and send it. But yeah, every city I believe who has those cameras have that form, because technically it's dicey. It's kind of a.
Although I do feel that the city does need some funding to fix
but
some
I'll
things.
say this. So if I was on the side of the city here, like if this was in court,
Right.
and you came to me, Carla Marie, and your lawyer was like, "Well, you can't prove that Carla Marie." If Scotty was your lawyer and said, "You can't prove that Carla Marie was driving that car, therefore she doesn't have to pay the ticket," I would then respond as the prosecution and say, "Yeah, but you should, even though I can't prove it, you are responsible for what happens in your car."
No, you're not, though.
No?
It's the driver.
Well, what do you know?
Right? Am I wrong with that? It's normally who's driving. Like, if you get into a car accident with my car, it's not. Yes,
But
it's
that's
my
because.
insurance.
But if it's a hit and run,
It's not,
shouldn't that go like?
well, who did a hit and run
No.
now?
Because you brought up the example of a car accident. If there's a car accident and both cars stay, there's a person in there who then takes the responsibility of that accident. But if it was a hit and run or something like
with
that,
my vehicle.
it was your vehicle.
This
And
isn't-
listen, I'm not
this
saying I want you to pay it, obviously, but this might be a regional thing because my brother, who used to work for the city of Hoboken, said in Hoboken, this is in New Jersey, that argument doesn't work.
Yeah, because New Jersey, they don't let you. Like, here you can get away with things. New Jersey, you
But
can't.
listen, you lucked out. You're in Seattle, and they let
Yeah.
you get away with it.
Scotty, thank you.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Absolutely.
Bam,
You guys look great. Adore you.
You look
Love you.
great.
Happy
You look
Thursday.
Yay. This is the second one I got like this. Another time I went, I don't know if it was speeding or, which I don't really speed, but it was right after Erica and John got their spay and neuter, and you weren't home. You went to a movie screening.
Okay.
I was crying at home because it was just absolute chaos, and I needed to get to Petco to get them another litter box or whatever it was, and I got the ticket going through. I don't think I passed the red light, but I think it may have been speeding. I just paid it. Now looking back,
You could have argued it. So my brother Justin said in Jersey, the fine goes to the car, not the driver, so long as it doesn't have the possibility of jail. So no matter what, if it's your car, whether it's your kid, a friend, whoever, that infraction gets
makes sense.
pinned to you, which does make sense. But we're also lucky, I guess, in Seattle where you can make that argument and they've got to throw it out. I wonder how many people know that.
I didn't until now
Yeah.
because I paid it before.
That's probably something that the city of
Maybe the
Seattle
second.
doesn't want you to know about.
Well, now we do. I
You
think
know?
this is my third one.
Your third camera ticket?
Yeah.
Slow down.
Well, no,
Or stop, or
another
do
one
whatever.
was a red light issue, turning on. But I think it wasn't supposed to. I think it was a no turn on red. And I didn't know.
Gotcha. Yeah, Carla Marie, when she told me that she got that red light, making the right on a red light ticket, I now it's only been a day, but I'm just not making rights on red anymore because I don't want to get tickets. Although now that I know we can argue them, then maybe I will. Who knows? Mellow FM, I haven't had any tickets in at least 10 years.
You don't make statements like that, sir.
I cannot say the same. I've had 2 moving violations. I've had 4 moving
I don't say anything.
4 moving violations in the last 7 years, because 2 here in Seattle, 2 on the road trip when we were with Ricky. Then I've had at least 3 parking tickets.
Here's the thing about the city of Seattle.
Yeah.
I don't, and maybe there's less now, but even when we first moved here, the weirdest thing was not seeing cops.
I feel like I've seen them a lot more now.
When I go back to Jersey,
Yeah,
I see cops pulling people over everywhere, and I'm like,
that's true.
it's just crazy. We just I remember when we first moved here,
Yeah.
there was, hey, you want to be a city of Seattle police officer? Literally the day you get the job, we'll give you $10,000. For 7 years. So keep that in mind. We know everything that's gone on with police in the last 3 years. For 7 years,
Yeah.
Seattle has been trying to hire police. And there's just not many of them. Every time I call, hey, I'm watching someone break into a building. It's going to be 45 minutes before we can get an officer there. Can you wait? No.
Yeah. And Justin, my brother Justin does bring up a good point. New Jersey has a higher population density, more drivers, more cities, more congestion. But
Not in the city of Seattle.
the city of Seattle is also pretty congested.
But like when I'm in Lyndhurst, I got pulled over because they have nothing else.
There was something else that happened when we first moved here, and I can't think of it now. I'm trying to think of a moving violation or something, but damn it, now I can't.
Jess
think
from
of it.
Minnesota said the only reason I don't have any tickets is that cops here in the U.S. aren't allowed to hide their speed traps, but in Germany they can, where she lived for a while.
I thought is that a new law that they can't hide speed traps?
I've never hit it. I guess. Well, you see the thing in the road, and you know it's a speed trap.
What thing on the road?
Although you see the cops with the speed gun.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Which they can be like off to the side and hidden a
Your
little
brother
bit.
said all state by state.
Oh, okay. This is why we need a little more uniformity.
I'm with you. But
In the
again,
country.
we have full-blown cities like New York City, and we also have Bozeman, Montana. So you can't have uniform. Anything.
Yeah, I just think maybe just on highways then, because you shouldn't have to look up laws with driving laws in every state that you go through. This is what I was going to say. And this is going to sound a little like get off my lawn-ish.
Here we go.
And there's a lot of people that are not going to like hearing this.
Bless you, it's true.
God bless you. I feel like I've said bless you 8 times today. Bless you.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
I think what the city of Seattle specifically needs to do is a month-long campaign of ticketing and towing every illegally parked car in the city.
That's what you use the app for.
It is impossible sometimes to drive in this city. And the most annoying is when people park directly on a corner, which obviously you're not supposed to. It's supposed to be like 20 or 30 feet, whatever it's supposed to be away from
Though you
an
park
intersection.
right next to the stop sign all the time.
Every now and then.
And you say, I'm going to be back to the car in an hour. I'm like, yeah but people need to.
But there's nowhere to park because everyone parks illegally. So then when a certain number of people park, and if I parked there and I got towed, I would just say, that's my problem. That's my fault. I would not be mad at the parking authority or the city authority for towing me. But I do think they need to do like a full 1 month sweep.
They'd make so much money.
Oh, they'd make a killing. Except for when this is one of the stupidest things the city of Seattle did. So during the whole defund the police movement in 2020 and early 2021, the city of Seattle, instead of actually defunding anything, what they did was they moved the responsibility of parking enforcement out of the city, the Seattle Police Department's jurisdiction.
Which kind of makes sense.
Well, yeah. It does make sense.
We do have parking enforcement. I see them all the time.
But they didn't, I guess, deputize them properly, whatever they were supposed to do. So almost $5 million of tickets were void. $5 million of tickets because the city just didn't write the proper paperwork. Didn't sign the proper things. It's so stupid.
So the app we have is called Find It, Fix It.
What does that do?
It's specifically for Seattle, and you can put in a report and you describe the issue. We didn't know it was our neighbor's car, but remember there was a car that it was a hit and run. There were pieces everywhere, and I put a report in that there's a car, there's debris in the road, and we don't know whose car it is. And then it says transfer to another department, but they called me and everything. But you can put in a thing and you can actually say, is it parking or whatever? It's an option. And I want to start doing it because it's so dangerous. There was a car parked, when you're crossing the street crossing the street as a pedestrian and the sidewalk does a little dip. It's a full blown, this is where pedestrians walk.
Yeah. The ramp, the
completely blocking.
Yeah. But this is, so I just don't trust that app is going to do anything.
No, they came.
They did?
They do. They actually do things.
Because this is the same police department that when we called them in our old building and said we were watching someone break into our building, they're like, oh, it'll take an hour for someone to get there.
Oh, look, you can report dead animal, illegal dumping / needles, public litter and recycling cans, clogged storm drain, overgrown vegetation. I'm going to do that about these people. It's so dangerous walking by their house and driving by it. Man.
Lenny from Queens said we use 311 here in New York City.
Is it an app or you got to call them?
It's probably both. You could probably call 311 and then I'm assuming there's an app or a text line.
Pothole? Well, they ain't going to fix that. abandoned vehicle, parking enforcement. I am going to be Karen of Seattle. Just wait.
You should wear like a neon vest and just walk around giving people summonses and saying, I've reported you to, what is the app called?
Find it, fix it.
Find it, fix it. You've been reported to Find it, fix it. You have 30 hours to fix your problem.
Oh, yeah. Overgrown vegetation. I am putting these people on blast.
Lenny from Queens said, I use the 311 app and report the same dude for 2 weeks using a hydrant as his personal spot.
No, you should do.
Oh,
Just
spot,
go-
like parking spot.
Go turn on the fire hydrant.
Well, I think that's also frowned upon. Just fire water at this guy's
Get one of the
car.
big wrenches.
It is time for us to get out of here. Hopefully, we will see you at Carnival of Cocktails this Saturday if you're in the area. Don't forget, you can still buy your tickets. You can hang out with us. It's 12 to 7. There's a ton of drinks. There's a ton of samples. There's a ton of free stuff. And we will be playing 2-second tunes from 3 to 5. That's a lot of tissues.
We should play a game. How many?
No. You're going to count them out right now? I think there's 12. 12 tickets. 12 tissues.
You keep talking. I'll count.
Okay. So if you haven't purchased your tickets yet, you can go to seattlecocktailclub.com or seattlecocktailweek.com or carnivalofcocktails.com. I think they all take you to the same place, and use our code CMA for $10 off. Also, Martha said today's Cover Lovers was amazing. It was Richard
13.
Cheese. 13? Oh, so I'm good. I didn't go over.
This is not going over. No
There we
one
go.
else guessed, though.
Yeah, there are no other guesses, so I won no matter what.
And I counted the one that fell. I did love today's Cover Lovers. That was a very good job on your part, and I think that we should do more like that.
I'll bring Richard Cheese back before the end of the year, but it sounds. I don't want to burn it out.
Wait, who
know what I
played
mean?
that one?
The names?
Was that who I think it is?
Danae. No. It was Danae and Jennifer. Jennifer? I believe, yeah. Danae and Jennifer. It was not my brother's friends.
But did he? That's what I was going to ask.
No, I don't think Justin listened to Tuesday's episode. But
His friend,
well, no,
Justin,
we'll just
your
leave it at
friends
that.
played, and they didn't tell you, and you don't even know.
thank you very much for hanging out with us. We will see you here on Monday morning. And if you haven't listened to it yet, the Morning Show podcast is available wherever you listen to podcasts.